Sometimes we might say they moved on up to the east side. Others might say he's living large. He's a high roller. They have all these different terms to describe one that have been successful. We said that they climbed up the corporate ladder. We said he's moved on up. And they said they finally made it. All of these terms describe someone that the world denotes that are great. The world says are successful. Even in the church world, when you talk to people, and when they try to describe how things are going, you go and ask a sister or a brother. They ask them, how you doing? They say, I'm blessed. That means things are going okay. Then sometimes, Deacon Campbell, we get sophisticated with it. We say we are better than blessed. And then we got some that even want to really dot the I and cross the T. They got those that are blessed. We got those that are better than blessed. Then we got those that say, I'm blessed and highly favored of the Lord. Talking about greatness. Talking about success. Talking about the happiness that they think that they've discovered. But I want you to know that that's the only kind of success you have. You need to keep on searching for what's real. For so many times the definition that the world has set for success falls short of what really is successful. All those times you look across the fence and see somebody seemingly living in greener pasture, we think that they are really happy. If I only had $1 million, I'll be happy. If I had a house that sits on a hill, I'll be happy. If my children were doing what your children are doing, didn't we say that then I found happiness? But I've come today to let you know that the world, what the world has taught you about success, what the world has taught you about real happiness, what the world has taught you about success is wrong. The devil has caused us to believe a lie. And we have dedicated our entire lives to pursuing things that's supposed to bring us happiness, only to discover that after we've gotten the house, after we've gotten our bankroll where we want it, after we've gotten the position on the job that we were striving for, we're still not happy. We still got our head down. We're still crying ourselves to sleep at night. We're still laying up all night long, worrying about what's going to happen. Why? Because we haven't found real happiness. We haven't found real success because we've been pursuing the wrong thing. We've been taught the lie that real success is measured by the square footage of the house we have. We've been taught that the price tag on the car we drive determines our happiness. We've been taught that a paycheck, the size of our paycheck, how many zeros we got in our bank account, $100,000, million dollars, has determined what success is. Well, we have to stop believing that lie that the devil told. I want you to know today that money, Sister Krishanda, will not bring you real happiness. I want you to know, Sister Charlene, keep going to school, but education will not give you the real happiness. It's all right if you want a bigger house, but if you want real happiness, you need something more than a bigger house. We have to find and we have to go and search out what's real. Search out what's really going to make us sleep at night. What's really going to bring some comfort in the midnight hour. In the Sermon of the Mount, in the story of the Beatitude, we find that Jesus caused us to examine the question of what's real. Because Jesus said, blessed not the rich, but blessed are the poor. Jesus calls us to stop and look again at the definition the world has given us. The world has told us that blessed are those that are big, bad, and know it all. But Jesus said, blessed are the meek and humble. The world taught us that we've got to be somebody. We've got to be strong. We've got to keep our chest hanging out there. We've got to speak with authority. But Jesus said, blessed are they that mourn, those that cry, those that understand their situation and every now and then cry out for help. We got to be careful of our boys, Sister D, because the world would teach Brother Malik and the world would teach Trey that to be a man means that you don't need nobody to help you. You got to be able to do it all by yourself. But the Bible says we've got to cry out for help sometime in order to really get successful. We've got to re-examine some of the things that the world has been teaching us. We got to question some of the doctrine that the world is trying to implant within our children's mind. Because the doctrine of the world will lead us to hell. The doctrine of the world will give us false gold instead of real gold. In the Beatitude, Jesus tells us what real blessing is. Tells us how to find real peace of mind, real happiness. Something that can really help us in the time of trouble. Too many of us have been searching for happiness and success, but we've been searching in the wrong places. Too many times, too many of us think that happiness can be gotten through wealth, power, and fame. Or through the right job. Some say, if I can just make X amount of money, then I'll be happy. If I find the right man, if I get married to the right woman, then I can live happily ever after. But we need to realize that that's a fantasy. That's a fairy tale. A woman nor a man is going to make you happy. Get married if you want, Sister D, but don't get married looking for him to make you happy. You can't get happy in a man or a woman. You can't get happy in money. You can only get happy in God. Jesus came and let us know what the real blessings are, what the real means and avenue to happiness is. Jesus said you won't find it in riches. You won't find it in power, in prestige. You only find it through poverty sometimes. For he said, blessed are the poor in spirit. The prodigal son discovered this truth that it's not riches that will bring you happiness. It is God and him alone. The prodigal son said, I want to be happy. I want to have peace. And so he went to his father and said, Father,